Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, welcome to a very, very busy day in Oilerland. In case you guys are living under a rock, the Oilers made a trade today. A three-way trade. That's right, folks. New Jersey, Boston, Edmonton, all hooked up. Made themselves a pretty little ditty trade today. I like it. I am a fan of it. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I like what the Oilers did. And of course, Oilers make a trade. And what happens? Oiler fans are bitching and moaning, crying and complaining. Oh, why didn't we get a goalie? Why didn't we get a defenseman? Why are we getting forwards? You complain the team's not physical enough. They go get physicality. Now you're complaining that I'm starting to think that the Oiler fans that complain the most are just going to complain. Even if we traded Stuart Skinner, our first-round draft pick 2 years from now, our first-round draft pick 3 years from now, and went out and got Connor Hellebuyck, you'd still complain that we gave up too much to get Connor Hellebuyck. Any whoosies, here's the trade. New Jersey traded Peter Hauser for Trent Friedrich. Boston retained 50%. Then the Oilers went and traded Shane Lachance. And if you guys don't know who Shane Lachance is, he plays at Boston College right now. He told the Oilers in unspecific words, I'm not signing with you guys. I don't want to play in Canada. So the Oilers traded him to New Jersey, where he's from. And we got Trent Friedrich from them and Peter Hauser. Then the Oilers traded the 2025 second-round draft pick that we got from St. Louis for taking Broberg, and our fourth-round pick, as well as Max Wagner, to Boston for Peter Hauser and Max Jones. If you guys don't know, Max Jones was an Anaheim Mighty Duck once upon a time. Ken Holland wanted to get Max Jones in a deal with Anaheim. Anaheim wanted too much. Holland said, no thanks, I'll disapprove of that. We'll go another route. And that is when we went and got Nick Bjugstad. Interessante on that. Instead of taking Max Jones from Anaheim, we went and got Nick Bjugstad. So, what goes around comes around, and it all is fine in Oilers land in the end. I like the trades. Good evening, Dan. I'm a fan of what happened. Yes, Trent Friedrich is hurt right now, but expecting to see him in the Oiler lineup in about a week, maybe a week and a half. Also, this does one of two things. This allows the Oilers to also put him on LTIR. If he's not ready, here's the kick in the pants here. If he's not ready by end of season, and if the Oilers feel like, hey, maybe we can use this money, put him on LTIR. Hey, just thinking outside the box here, guys. Anyways, Anaheim's in Edmonton. Oilers' first game since February 5th, it seems like. They only had 2 home games all of February. Anyways, I'll be back. Enjoy. Wow. We got some crying babies in the background. I also forgot to tell you guys, It is Calvin Pickard in net tonight for the Oilers. I'm not up or down about it. I think you could have put Stuart Skinner in net tonight and it would be a win. But I understand it. Feed the masses. Feed the masses. Let the public have their guy. Hello from Banff, True Chief. Also, in the words of somebody in our comments, how do I feel about the trades today? Yeet. Little wrestling reference for some of y'all's. You guys enjoy the rest. I'll be back.
in the performance of the American and Canadian national anthems.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Please don't boo Edmonton. Stop. Don't boo the American national anthem. Keep politics out of sports.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars
God damn, though. Can we get a better singer?
Gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Classless Oiler fans that boo, man. They're just... I don't agree with it.
Oh, Canada,
Show some class. We're better than that.
our home and native land. True patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on God for thee.
Take off your frickin' hats and toques, you ignorant pricks.
Land, glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on God for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on
Yeah, take your hat off, kid.
God for thee.
Man, when did we become such a disrespectful nation? I'm sorry, guys, but...
The first home game in 25 days.
Ugh.
The Edmonton Oilers, who return after a 5-game trip and, of course, a 2-week break, essentially. With
I don't understand what the tariffs do, to be honest with you. Like, what is it supposed to... I'm not being an asshole, I'm not being a dick. I don't understand what it's supposed to accomplish. Having a bunch of countries mad at you?
His season high to outduel the Carolina Hurricanes and get Edmonton off the schneid. He'll be opposed by the only man who's beaten the Oilers in their last 13 minutes. Not John Gibson. He's lost 6 in a row. But Lucas Dostal has 2 wins over Edmonton, including one earlier this year. Connor McDavid playing his 700th career NHL game tonight. Only Wayne Gretzky, Mike Bossy, and Merrill Lemieux have more points than McDavid does through 700. And that man, Trevor Zegras,
Evening.
is back after a 3-game
All right, we're underway. The Oilers win the face-off. Whole bunch of interference already happening.
McDavid winning the opening draw and
Jesus.
shot in by Ekholm, who along with fellow left-handed defenseman Darnell Nurse and Brett Kulak were question marks entering tonight. McDavid to the net. A wrist shot fought up by Dostal, who a couple of
Apparently
years ago
NHL
had a
Network
brilliant
is even late on the
performance
game
here.
start.
40 saves plus as Anaheim mustered a 4-3 victory over Edmonton. Since then, it's 4 consecutive defeats in this building by a combined 23.
Ah, there they go.
McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Heim in the opening line with that Coleman Bouchard defensively. It's brought to you by our friends at Scotia.
Nurse is back in the lineup. Not sure how I feel about that. Good, bad, and different.
Third matchup of the season between the Ducks and the Oilers. Edmonton sitting at 35-21-4 and Anaheim 500. Ty Epperson.
I believe so.
Draw off to Nurse, who missed 2
Stuart Skinner or
games.
Jeff Skinner?
Gene showed you the hard hit he took when attempting to check in Tampa. Victor Arvidsson to Draisaitl inside to Savoy, and he flubbed a wrist shot in the slot. But Louis, another sign that
Like I said, I don't like how the fans treat Stuart Skinner or any goalie that we have. It seems like we run every goalie out of town and wonder why we don't get number 1 goalies coming to Edmonton. I wonder why we got dumbass fans that think they know everything.
Guess what? Leon Draisaitl found them. And my guess is you don't mind McDavid shooting on the 2-1. I don't mind that at all. It's a good sign early.
Yes. I believe you're right. He was scratched. Well, we're about to find out here. Matt Savoy in.
His old
I love that.
Back to the point of shot.
Yes, it appears
Klingberg also briefly
some okay third.
Here's Connor
Yep.
Brown rolling
Jeff Skinner was scratched.
front, had it knocked away. Henrique will locate Kuhn.
Oh, absolutely. Some home cooking, some home winning.
Able to go tonight. Klingberg shot forth. White rolled in front.
Oilers looking good early. I like what I'm seeing from this squad early.
Puck taken off the back of the back of the back of the goal line the other night.
He was really close. There's a step up by Gudis. Nice little play there by Nugent Hopkins to send in McDavid.
Gudis the goon.
Hyman's taken away, so McDavid elects to shoot. And I like this. Don't try and force passes through when you have opportunities to bring it to the net. Do that. The next
During this live stream, you're going to hear me reference a lot of things. If you don't understand what I'm saying, if you're new here, thank you for being here. My name is Matt for Oilers Fan Reaction. Thank you for being here, by the way, if this is your first time. I greatly appreciate everybody. I will reference a few things quite a lot of times about what I know to be factual, what I know to be true. Some things are going to upset some people. I understand it. I get it. I try not to upset people, but it happens.
A disappointing 6-3.
I'm going to talk a lot about Evander Kane. Love the guy to death. I hope he's playing ball.
But Colson down low to Corey Perry.
I will tell you my viewpoints on the trade today that happened with the Oilers.
Stepping up as that call. Back to Perry. He'll dish off. Kapanen protecting, shooting, and that shot was blocked by.
Love the trade today. Came from out of nowhere. I will talk about the no trade clauses and no movement clauses that seems to have all of Oiler Nation, all of the Oiler fans up in arms and pissed off. Guys, there's a reason for it.
Has he ever stepped up? You know, I think they had high promise for him, but I don't know if anybody expected him to explode the way he has this year. Top defenseman on the team, top power play guy on the back end for the Anaheim Ducks, and a good one in him. He's really come into his own, and that confidence last year had a tougher year last year.
Yeah.
First year finding his way really.
Here's McDavid. Shot save by Disco.
By Dostal, so twice McDavid breaks in and Dostal.
4 shots to none for the Oilers. 16:36 left in the first period.
Shot again. It's a nice play on the wall that sets this in motion. And it's Hyman that sends it
Now,
for this chance with Nugent Hopkins. And it's the speed. He looks up, takes one quick little look, but says make a save. That's exactly what he's doing.
Yeet to the trades, absolutely. And guys, if you think this is it, that's the only thing that this team has cooking, no way. There's something else coming. There's something else brewing. If you guys follow Facebook, and Cam Dineen was called up from Bakersfield, and I said, there's something brewing in Edmonton. There's something brewing in Edmonton.
And you know what?
Off the draw, excuse me, Louis. Draisaitl blocks. Savoy won that draw. That was notable about it. Just his 4th NHL game with the Oilers, 5th overall, and his home debut, of course. San Albert.
Now,
It's the suburb of Edmonton. On a good day, 25 minutes.
Block shot by Klingberg.
Alex Killorn tries to stuff it inside. A collision with Savoy in the
Go, 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 go. Yes, yes, there it is. Come on, Draisaitl, use him, use him, use him.
The other night in the win over
Aye.
riding an 11-game point streak coming in.
There it is. Come on, Arvidsson. Draisaitl. Let's go Oilers indeed.
Dart out. Darnell Nurse had to get by him,
And breakaway Anaheim.
it's Terry to the net.
Save made by Picks.
The save early by Calvin Pickard to keep the Ducks at bay. And just like he did in the final minute against Carolina, here early on this time, he robs one of Anaheim's most lethal.
That's his first shot on net.
Yes and no.
First save that he makes in this game, and just a terrific chance created off just a little bit of a pass that's off target by Draisaitl trying to thread it through.
It was an emergency call-up, absolutely, but yes and no.
Not the guy you want to give it up to, but a terrific calm save by Calvin Pickard. And you're right, dialed.
His first back-to-back starts for the Edmonton Oilers in the regular season. He did start games 4 and 5 against Vancouver in last year's second round of the playoffs.
It was emergency call-up because 2 defensemen might not have been able to go tonight.
Forced up to Terry.
But
17 goals, one behind
I'm glad they're both healthy and they're both in the lineup.
Terry locates Gudis, and his shot, which he
4-1 Edmonton shots.
by Yanmar.
Absolutely, Jake. Don't give up that breakaway. Don't give up that breakaway.
Period. Brought to you by James H. Brown Accident.
I will put it to you guys this way.
Heavy hitters in injury.
You guys want a top 6 forward to help out Draisaitl, you're going to have to give up something. You guys want a bona fide number 1 goalie, you're going to have to give up something.
Excelling for me.
You can't get something for nothing.
Cycle. 66 goals they've scored off that cycle. The only way you do that if you spend more time in the offensive zone. In the last 6 games, I thought it started to come back.
I will be right back. I'm going to go get a baby.
Is when they won a game the first
It was because Ekholm, Kulak, and Nurse were all game-time decisions. Nurse because of injury.
Up to Cutter Goetz.
Nice.
Tries to work his way through Ekholm. Nearly did, but Ekholm recovered the strip. But Colson cross.
4-1 Oilers. I have it a way closer. I have it a 3-2 Oilers. I'm not going to say this game's going to be a blowout or a wash.
I also think those numbers indicative of a different type of team this year for Edmonton with Vogel, McLeod.
They weren't sure if Nurse was going to be available for this game because of the injury in Tampa Bay. He did see the team doctors and a doctor here in Edmonton. Everything was negative. Play on.
McDavid dishes off. Kulak. A shot that was blocked by Lundestrom.
Hello, trucker.
That was ill-advised. Nugent Hopkins picked it off. McDavid.
Yes, Diane, I hear the baby.
Now Kulak will knock it down to the blue line. Klingberg is shot.
Whoop.
And that's elevated high in the air.
And I'll be back.
Climbs over the plexi with
enjoy some commercial break.
In this first period, the Oilers having outshot the Ducks 5-1 in the early going.
That was a nice defensive play by Lundestrom there because Hyman was poised to redirect that shot. And for Chris Knobloch, we talked to him this morning and said, what's the one thing, practice time's at a premium. What are you looking for from your team, especially down the stretch here? And he just said compete. And that's something that Connor McDavid talked about yesterday in his press huddle. Listen, we haven't been hard enough to play against. We have to compete more. And I think early on in this game against Anaheim, you can see there's a little more energy with a couple days off, and digging in is the priority and just making themselves a little harder to play against their opposition.
Well, and they know the Ducks are much improved. They've split games this year. Anaheim beat Edmonton after a significant losing streak, 5-3 after Christmas. The game here was airtight. Oilers won it 3-2 on a goal in the final 2 minutes by Leon Draisaitl. So Ducks much improved. They won 27 games all of last year. They already have 26 wins this year. Here's Hyman, checked by Gudas. Just to force his way behind the net. Nugent Hopkins twisted back to Klingberg. McDavid against Leo Carlson bulldozes his way in and forces one wide. Rebound reversed by Killorn. Taking a quick peek is Zegras and coming off the suspension. And he'll loft it back through center. Also missed some time earlier this year due to a knee injury. But since he's been back, the Ducks have gone 7-2-1 with him in the lineup. Home to Gudas. Worked ahead to Vetrano. Troy Terry to Strome. Centering pass Vetrano. Played back Dumoulin. Now Hellison. Little give and go, and the Oilers read it. Draisaitl the other way, 3-on-2, butt hooks. Waits, dishes off.
Bouchard just misses the net. Picked up by Arvidsson. Power play coming up for the Oilers. Let's go.
Nurse, a reset for Edmonton, and Connor McDavid back on the ice.
What are you freaking out about?
So essentially a 6-on-5 here with Nurse directing
what
traffic.
Are you freaking out
back
about?
after a 2-game absence. Hits the line, dropped off for Draisaitl. The league leader, 44 goals. McDavid went.
Oh, that would have been a pretty move by McDavid and Draisaitl.
By Dostal, rebound Nurse. Bouchard to Draisaitl. Edmonton buzzing in the early going.
Shots are 6-1, 12 minutes left to go in the first period.
Nurse is still there to control back to Draisaitl. Bouchard looking for a lane. Draisaitl.
Yeah.
Lifted over, Nurse. Draisaitl under pressure. Savoy looking for Arvidsson in the cycle.
That's a
broken
whistle.
up by Dumoulin, and finally we'll have the penalty go into effect. Time 8:21, and the Oilers, when we come back, will be on the power play. Evan Bouchard missing by an eyelash.
What is your problem? Like, are you having a tiffy? Why are you having a tiffy? Oh my goodness. It's not the end of the world. Mom's allowed to hold you. Jesus. I can't hold you all string. Nay, nay. Oh, my stars. I wouldn't say this is a must-win for the Oilers. It's a should win. It's definitely on the books for a should win. Oh yeah, you didn't just hear her screaming at the top of her lungs. Aye, what's aye? Not wrong, Jay. Not wrong at all. Mommy's gonna come get you.
Let's go, McDavid. Let's go more international hockey, Louis and Jack. That was a blast.
And almost a bit of a surprise. I had some hopes for the tournament, but I would have to say the energy exceeded my expectations.
I'm with you, partner. It was great hockey.
So the Oilers on the power play.
Oilers on the power play. Lose the face-off. Up goes down the ice.
Play Alberta power
Are we
play.
going to be passy?
400 plus
Are we
casino
going to have
games
to
and 103
pass
spins only at Play Alberta. Edmonton 7 for its last 20 on the power play. Here's a
You're going to shoot, though. You got to shoot to hit the net.
The league lead in that department with 13 goals on the man advantage. Nugent Hopkins tried to go down low, picked off by Gudis, and Anaheim special teams, which has really been a sore spot. 28
All right,
in the league
after
on the
this
penalty
power play,
kill,
next commercial
and
break,
31st on the
I'll
power
take you
play. Louis,
upstairs.
it might cost them a playoff spot. They're 6 points out of a playoff spot. If their special teams were even mediocre, they might hold down a spot right now. McDavid to Draisaitl. Defended by Harkins. McDavid centers. Save made as Hyman might have had his stick tied up with Trouba right there. Nugent Hopkins to McDavid. Threw it across. Smacked out of midair and played up the wall, but not out. Nugent Hopkins has it booted back in by Bouchard. Got it through Harkins, and now Draisaitl heads for the net. McDavid feeds him. Draisaitl had the stick lifted, and it's quickly tossed.
That's touch with a high stick, unfortunately. But hey, at least he kept it in.
Bouchard.
I love you. No
Edmonton
screeching,
Oilers
okay?
Community Foundation
You're allowed to
50/50
be on
presented
the
by
floor.
Rogers is back for another record-breaking season. Support communities across
allowed
Wild
to be
Country
on the
and win
floor.
big at EdmontonOilers.com/50/50.
Well, the Anaheim penalty kill really aggressive here, Jack, and they get away with it on this power play early on. This one doesn't miss by much, though. The pass out from the corner right into Zach Hyman, who's in his
Did you just do what I think you just did?
Second unit.
Joys of not being a woman.
Draisaitl, McDavid staying on.
36 seconds left to go in the power play. Whole lot of skadoosh happening on it.
Gains the line, floats it over to Echo.
As per usual on the Oilers power plays. Shoot the frickin' puck.
Echo lining it up. McDavid. Drag move to Draisaitl.
Draisaitl scores! 1-0 on the power play. Shoot the puck, good things happen.
I'll tell you, this is the most alive we've seen Connor McDavid in a while, too, partner. He has had that puck on a string.
Liquor store around the corner. The boys say they want some gin and juice, but I really don't wanna. Feel buzz like I had last week. I must stay because coffee is cheap. Like Angela, Pamela, Sandra, and Rita. And as I continue, you know they get sweeter. So what can I do? I really value my lord. To me, son is just like a boy. Anything fly, it's all good. Let me jump in and turn in the trunk. trumpet. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side. A little bit of Rita, all I need. A little bit of Rita, what I see. A little bit of Sandra in the sun. A little bit of Mary all night long. A little bit of Jessica, here I am. A little bit of...
His 45th of the season. On the power play, Leon Draisaitl. Assisted by Connor McDavid and Matthias Ekholm. Time of the goal. Too many. 10:25. Oopsies. You're not wrong, Trucker. It's good to see that. 45th. Oh, big save. Made that by Pickard.
Good chance against Pickard. Anaheim's had 2 shots, but they've been decent opportunities.
I like it. Whoa, aha, that's a little bouncy puck. Don't like to see that.
Still a tremendous start for Edmonton playing at home. For the first
Oh, here comes Harvey.
we're in the 7th. Arvidsson
By the way, you guys, I love the fact that we have Arvidsson,
the other way by Leo Carlson.
Henrique, Jeff Skinner on no trade clauses, no movement clauses.
Draisaitl flips it ahead for Arvidsson. He'll backhand it in deep. Minchikov defending down low. Now it's Draisaitl
Woo!
in the center. And Carlson able to come up with that puck and bring it out for the Anaheim Ducks. Tossed in by Killorn.
So you will see Jeff Skinner in his first ever playoffs, because he's not waiting to go to a non-playoff team.
Loose and a quick chance. Killorn had his shot blocked. Gouda steps up. Draisaitl coughed it up. Quick shot to score. Anaheim ties.
Draisaitl giveaway goal. Hey, what do you know? A forward giveaway in the Oilers zone. It ends up in the back of the net.
It's 1-1. Yeah, it's 3 goals
What a
in the last 2
joke.
games for Carlson.
What's going on with Kane? Nothing. He's still...
So the Ducks, despite being outplayed in this first period, able to get it tied. And Edmonton was flirting with trouble and giving up a couple quality chances. Now Troy Terry, a wrist shot, and that ends up pinballing toward McDavid. He's got it in his own zone and finds Bouchard.
Yep.
A trickler that's handled by Dostal. Bit of a drive-by by Allison. A giveaway. Bouchard tried to center. Out to McDavid. Shot Ekholm. Caught cleanly by Dostal.
1-1. 7:20 left to go in the first period.
Taking the lead on a power play goal by that man. But Anaheim's come back to tie.
Leo Carlson, his 14th of the year, assisted by Draisaitl. Again, I will say this till I'm blue in the face and I will die on this hill. No goalie wants to come to Edmonton because our giveaways. This team gives the puck over way too much at blue line to blue line. The giveaways are too much. No star goalie, no number one quality goalie wants to come to Canada, period. And no number one goalie wants to come to Edmonton because of A, our fans don't treat goalies well at all. Dating back to Bill Ranford, our fans treat goalies like shit. They let 1 or 2 goals in and it's just crucifixion. It's crucifixion. Unwarranted. And our defense and forwards give the puck away too many times. I wrote a really good article on our Facebook page saying that these articles saying that Kane's getting traded and Kane is done, it needs to stop. The Oilers are not trading Evander Kane. The only way the Oilers are trading Evander Kane is if they get someone better or equal to what Kane does. And no playoff team is going to trade for Evander Kane and give up that. I'm sorry to burst people's bubbles, but Evander Kane has a 16-team trade list. Do you want to know who those 16 teams are?
And remember, Four Nations face-off, he went straight to Philadelphia for the opener of the 5-game trip. What effect do you think just being home, recalibrating Sunday and Monday has had?
I think it does well for the mind, for sure.
I'll tell you who they are.
Relax for a couple of days. The 2 days off, I think, were critical for Edmonton, but especially for number.
Absolutely.
It's been a tough grind
Like
for him
this
in the last
fan base is so hard on our goaltending.
And I think that he's a little rejuvenated.
Our goalies have to play perfect every night, every game, 82 games a year, or the fan base just rips them apart. It doesn't make any sense to me.
He's got his feet moving here.
Greenberg drilled by McTavish as he hit the line. Gudis looking for Lacombe. To Anaheim's credit, the Ducks pass
Actually,
back.
Winnipeg is on that list.
Told Louie and I this morning, their resiliency. McTavish is newfound and he scores through a screen. Pickard 2-1 Anaheim. Mason
Sorry, guys, I'm clapping because it's 2-1 Anaheim.
with his 15th, and that's his 9th in his last 14
Fucking
games.
joke.
Perfect timing to release this one for McTavish. You said it, you know. Greg Cronin told us this morning this team is really starting to find confidence, and they don't get down when they get down in a game. They just continue to battle, continue to go forward. And this one here, you know, for McTavish, he's got his head up the whole time, and he puts this right through the legs of Emerson. Right there, you've got Colangelo going to the net, and he just kind of zips it. Goals and now have the lead in this first period.
But you're absolutely right. Should have started Picard tonight. Jeff Skinner's Stuart Skinner's useless.
Called the helpers. Just like that, it's 2-1. Ducks, a little more than a speed bump for a couple of years for the Edmonton
I don't get
Oilers,
it.
but not this year.
I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Here's Leo Carlson.
You can't let goals like that go.
Centering pass, and that's spun out.
You got to make that save.
Adam Henry.
I don't care what goalie you are. You got to make that save.
Turn, force it down low to Alex Killorn. 5 3/4 minutes left here in the first period.
No, fans are hard on the goalies just because they're hard on goalies.
Available on the slot.
We had really good goalies in Edmonton that they were hard on.
Sometimes finding cracks in the Edmonton defense. Gudis
No.
lifted into the corner. Line change for the Ducks. Nurse over to Ty Emberson. Connor Brown pitchforks it inside the Anaheim line. Trouba.
I wouldn't say that.
Toward him, quickly lays it off to Minchikov, and now Ekholm a reset for Edmonton. Draisaitl up the gut, Savoy.
5 minutes left to go in the first period. 2-1 Anaheim.
For Petrano.
2 goals on 5 shots, but hey, that 1 goal on 5 shots for Stuart Skinner looks bad.
Arvidsson up to Savoy.
Sorry, guys. I'm
Savoy alongside.
I'm mad at the fans right now. Evening Epic.
Draisaitl in front, redirected, and a good one by Ekholm.
Because it's those fans that are saying Stuart Skinner is bad. No, recently, I don't know. I haven't really paid too much attention to him, good or bad. And that's kind of a good thing if you're not paying attention to the defense, right? That means they're not really doing anything good, not doing anything bad. So the 16 teams that are on Kane's trade list: Winnipeg, Vegas, Colorado, Washington, LA, Toronto, Carolina, who's Tampa Bay, Florida. Who's the other team that he'd be willing to go to? Detroit. There's somebody else. Minnesota, Dallas. Yeah. So unless you're in the playoffs and solidified in the playoffs, Kane doesn't want to go to your team. It sucks, but hey, that's his preference. If he's getting traded, he's going to a contender. And no contender wants to trade Kane, because then you're going to have to give up what the Oilers want in return. And no contender has that to give up. So as far as you people saying Evander Kane's done in Edmonton, nah. And I'm not going to turn on social media right now just because I kind of want to, but I kind of don't. Because I'd love to hear what they're saying about Pickard. 2 goals, 5 shots. Red Wings are cooked? I don't know. Ottawa's looking pretty good, though. So, yeah, Draisaitl just throws the puck blindly. No reason for it. Just throws it blindly away. We're not trading for a goalie, man. Like, I'm going to say this every day, all day, and 3 times on Sunday. A trade for a goalie is not happening during the season. It is going to happen in the offseason if it happens. I just don't see it happening. I think they have a lot of faith in Skinner, and this is Picard's last year anyway. I don't think the Rangers are going to hold on to that spot there, no, unfortunately.
You know, Savoy has had a lot of chances where he's in the right spot.
I honestly don't think the Rangers are going to hold on to that spot. I think Ottawa is going to take it at the very end.
Savoy around him right there, just the stick.
Brady Tkachuk is going to will that team into the playoffs.
At the perfect time to deflect that opportunity for Savoy up over top of the glass. But another good play into the zone, and there's his parents.
Like I said, just leave the goaltending alone. Oh, as a Ranger fan, you absolutely should have faith. I don't expect anything less from you, man. I do not expect anything less than you. You're a Ranger fan. You should have all the faith in the world that your team is going to make the cup and maybe even win it all. If you're a fan and that's not your faith, why do you cheer?
Up the left-hand side, Eugene Hopkins, a great play, creates maybe a 2-on-1. McDavid hits the trail, charging high by Dostal.
4 minutes left to go in the first period. 2-1 Anaheim. 11-5 shots for Oilers. That's ugly. Ugly. Hey, I get that a lot of people lost the faith in the decade of darkness. I understand it. I feel it. That's it. That's what I keep telling people. All you got to do is be 1 through 8. Doesn't matter where you land. Just be 1 through 8. No, this is his final year, I think. I could be wrong on that, though. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. My feeling and my sense of belief is we've got Skinner Rodrigue next year as starter backup.
Top 50 all time. Shot by Kulak, stopped by Dostal. The rebound snagged by Killorn. 3-on-2 of Anaheim.
Not wrong. Oilers did it in 06. Went from 8th spot, barely squeaked in on the very last day. Went to the final to lose to Carolina.
But Colson surveying the fact that Edmonton wants a change, so he conservatively kicks it back.
That's a smart move by Pod Colson there.
I like that. Instead of just dumping it and getting off, he handles it, puts it into the hands of the guys coming off the bench with energy.
Brown, Janmark, and Adam Henry reunited.
Anything can happen, man. It's all about getting hot at the right time. That's fine. Like I said, that was the plan going into this year. The plan going into this year was Skinner starter next year, Rodrigue backup. It obviously could change. We could go out and get a free agent goalie and pay him $12 million a year for 8 years or 7 years. 1.5 minutes left to go in the period. 2-1 Anaheim. Shots are 12-5 for the Oilers. It is March, new month, but Same old Oilers. I don't know what to tell you. It is a new month, brand new month. Same old Oilers. I think what McDavid said has lit a fire under Jackson and Bowman to make a trade.
Stahl again, who gets out and looks calm.
For better or for worse, I think that...
Playing well, and here's a shot that's tipped past Pickard.
Holy fuck.
3-1 Anaheim.
Holy fuck.
And I think it's Sam Colangelo that's going to pick up his third career National Hockey League goal.
Man, just a gratuitous bounce here is a face-off one, and it's kind of up for grabs, but it's a winger win. And eventually it's brought back by Cutter Gauthier, and then the shot deflects off of a body, off of a skate, and finds its way into the back of the net. And you're right, I think it goes off the stick eventually. I think it pinballs a couple of times, Jack, before it goes into the net, but Colangelo's the last one to
But
touch
you're
it
right,
with the
guys.
first
Let's start Picard.
lineup going down the bench to celebrate. The Anaheim Ducks have a 3-1 lead.
I think you had it right, Louie. I think Colangelo touched it, but it might have hit an Oilers.
That's a crazy bounce.
Double deflection, and here's a puck that rolls in front, and it's lifted upstairs, and it's 4-1. McTavish has his second, and the Ducks have scored 4 goals on 8 shots here in the first period.
Now, what a turn of events here. I mean, this is not gone the way Edmonton felt it was going to go with the start they had. They come out, they work in the offensive zone, they have the chances early, get the first goal. And since that point in time, after the power play goal by Draisaitl, the Anaheim Ducks have gone to work. 4 unanswered goals, and this one here again is off the forecheck. They get in, they win a loose puck, they make a play, and McTavish standing in front all alone jams this one upstairs for his second of the game and a 4-1 lead. What a turnaround.
2 goals in a minute 40 for Anaheim, and then 2 goals in 12 seconds. And the Ducks have a 4-1 lead. And Louis, I have to think Chris Knobloch will contemplate a goaltending change after the opening 20.
This opens up a whole new can of worms, right? I mean, he's getting the back-to-back start for the first time in his career with the Edmonton Oilers, Calvin Pickard, and quite frankly, he's been the better goalie. So for Stuart Skinner, in unfamiliar territory as the starter, sitting on the bench watching Calvin Pickard get this start, and it's gone south in a hurry here in this first period. And now do you change him? Do you pull him out? Do you allow him the chance to maybe battle back?
1 minute left to play in the first period, 4-1 Anaheim.
But wow, 4 unanswered.
And at no point am I laying this at the feet of Pickard. He's had some fluky goals go in.
What do you mean you're not laying this at the feet of Pickard? No, Jack Michaels. No. The bounces that went in off Stuart Skinner, you kept saying the goalie needs to make a save there. The goalie needs to make a save there. But you took Calvin Pickard, it's okay. No, Oiler fans. What's good for the goose better be good for the fucking gander. If you're going to say Stuart Skinner needs to make those saves, you damn well better be telling me Calvin Pickard needs to make these saves as well. I'm sorry, but if you're telling me that Stuart Skinner needs to be better, so does Pickard. Or maybe it's the team in front of that needs to wake the puck up and start playing frickin' hockey. Like I said, it doesn't matter which goalie is in the net. If this team is playing like this, you could have Vezina himself in net. He ain't doing nothing for you. This team is cooked mentally right now. And I don't get it. Oh, somebody was trying to lay a big hit and missed. End of the first period, 4-1 Anaheim. McDavid tried to make a hit and he missed and he landed inside the bench. That's how she goes, boys. That's how she fucking goes. Don't even color me shocked. I don't care. I'm not happy this happened, and Stuart Skinner is not laughing on the bench. Stuart Skinner is one of the biggest components of Pickard and biggest fans of Pickard. Unacceptable first period. I don't care how you started. Oilers have a leader. They have a really great leader. They've got a bunch of great leaders in the locker room. Like, I get that you're a Toronto Maple Leaf fan, good night, and I get that. You don't know what actual leadership is because your leader is Austin Matthews and he's out more than he plays. But it's unexcusable what that happened, how that happened so quickly. Anywho's is out-of-town scoreboard because it's fun to look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Around the NHL. Oh, rough. What a rough end of that period, eh, folks? Let's act like that didn't happen. Only good thing about that is it's the first period and there's lots of hockey left. Islanders are beating the Jets 3-1. 10 minutes left to go in the third period there. The Stars are beating the Devils 3-1 in the second period. After 1, Colorado nothing, Pittsburgh nothing. After 1, Ducks 4, Oilers 1. Games have yet to be played. Wild are in Seattle to take on the Kraken. The Predators beat the Bruins 6-3. The Sharks beat the Sabres 6-2. The Hurricanes beat the Red Wings 2-1. The Lightning beat the Blue Jackets 6-2. The Flames beat the Flyers 6-3. And now that you get it, got it good and understood. Wow. Beat up by the Ducks, it's one period. It's one period with a lot of bounces. It's the details right now, guys. It's the details that are hurting the Oilers. I'll be 100% factual on that. I wouldn't say that. Like, I get your frustration. You guys are reading way too much into when the Oilers play bad. Have one bad stretch. This isn't new. This isn't a this year problem. This isn't a last year problem. This isn't a 2 years ago problem. This is a problem for this team since I'm going to go back to even 1997, 1999. This has been a problem for this team since its inception. I'll be back, though. Guys, this has been a problem with this team since they got rid of the dynasty team. I'm not even going to lie to you guys and pretend that this hasn't been a problem for eons and eons with this hockey club. It is what this team is. They are what they are, as people would say. What's good? What's not good are the Edmonton Oilers. Down 4-1 to Anaheim right now. I'm not sweating. I'm not sweating at all. The reason why I'm not sweating is we're not past the trade deadline yet. We are nowhere near past the trade deadline yet. I will sweat when we are 5 days away from playoffs and this team is continuing to shit the bed. I think the Oilers are going to win tonight. I think Anaheim is the exact opponent that the Oilers need to do their thing against. Sorry, my camera was annoying me and it was crooked. I don't know if it was crooked for you guys, but it was crooked for me and it was kind of annoying me, per se. Like, we have Kane coming. Perry's going to be a goon in playoffs. No, I understand their frustration, Noah. I understand that these guys have been Oiler fans. Some of them have probably only known the decade of darkness. Honestly, some of these guys have only probably ever known heartache and loss. They haven't been blessed enough to know the dynasty of the 80s and how great that 80s team was. And how great the early 90s were even. I get it. I understand it. I'm for it. I'm with you guys. Oh, no. Like, I can't wait for things to freaking change, though. Like, I'll be completely 100% honest with you. And McDavid saying that he was waiting for a horse. Well, what if nobody comes to be the savior, McDavid? Like, you can't just say something and then not back it up with your very own gameplay. Like, I'm sorry, but you can't ask your GM to say, hey, we need help here, but then you don't really help yourself. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure, Oilers absolutely need help. But you got to kind of be willing to give your team the help themselves. Just my humble opinion. It's like they say, opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got them. I have a feeling this team is going to come back. Today is the day we find out for sure if it's all been fizzle or if this team actually has what it takes to be winners. I get it. I get your frustration, guys. I understand it. I used to be that fan that lived or died by every win or loss that this team had. For decades, I was that guy. This team lost. Oh, I had a bad day. I can't live my life like that, guys. I gotta be that. I gotta be this positive kid you see now. Positivity, man. Gotta be positive. Jesus, just a second here, man. No, I did not pass the message along that we got this afternoon. Northern says hi to everybody and thank you for the well wishes. She's still not feeling the greatest, but she says thank you guys for the well wishes. And she's at the game tonight. Oi, what a game to be at, eh? Northern is at this game, and yeah, lucky her. No, he's not acting like LeBron James. Let's not do that. LeBron James acts like a spoiled little baby. Make sure he plays on super teams to get a championship, and then when the super team doesn't get a championship, he cries about it. And he doesn't play hurt. He gets a little hangnail, a little toe injury, and he cries about it. Don't say McDavid is acting like LeBron. That's not the case at all. He just wants this team to build to be better. He knows how close this team got last season, and he wants them to get there again. Because he also said in that interview, the management of this team has got us horses every year. So this year is going to be no different. So yes, the horses are coming, the reinforcements are coming. We as fans honestly just need to chill the hell out. I know it's hard being a fan, knowing how good this team can be, but sometimes we just need to relax and let the guys that make the money do their job. That's the best advice I can give fans. Let the people in charge be in charge. Let's just be fans and enjoy the next month of hockey before playoffs. Because after that, it's nothing but stress. After April 15th, it is nothing but stress upon stress upon stress. There's no getting away from it. We got about 30 seconds before the period. It's like I say to people, everything is awesome. Oilers are okay, guys. Still 21 games left in the season. Lots of time. Day one of the Oilers. Yeah, wow. That's not a problem, Joe. It's like I don't see it as a problem. No, the new coach is not. How many coaches is this team going to go through? I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to be that asshole, but how many coaches is this team going to go through? 10? 12? Sooner or later, we got to stop saying it's the coach and maybe it's the players. I guarantee McDavid's dealing with something. Yeah, no, it's absolutely true. It's like Devin Dubnyk said. Right now, the Oilers' defense doesn't trust the goalies, and the Oilers' goalies don't trust the defense. You nailed it, Lubo. Absolutely fucking nailed it. If the Oilers don't make it out of round one, Bowman is gone, Knobloch is gone, and you need a trade. You need a big trade. You need to let go of Hopkins. You need to let go of Hyman. You need to turn over this lineup. Dude, the Leafs aren't even getting out of round one. Like, you can pump those brakes. I did watch the Elimination Chamber. What are my thoughts? Freaking loved it. Stuart Skinner is in net to start the second period. We have a goalie change.
McDavid and Hyman start the second period on a line
now,
together. So Chris Knobloch wasting no time in making the adjustments he feels necessary. Pickard's night is done. 7 saves.
Now, I did watch the Elimination Chamber. I love the heel turn by the John Cena. It should have happened in 2012. And it wasn't so much that Vince McMahon didn't want it to have happen. There was nobody else that could sell merchandise and do Make-A-Wish like John Cena did. There's that guy there now, Cody Rhodes. He's that guy that can do it. Perfect time for John Cena to do it. I loved all of Elimination Chamber. I loved the unsanctioned match. I loved how Randy Orton came out. I agree. She better be yelling over the glass. She better be getting in that locker room fighting somebody. No, I don't think so. I think there's going to be another mini tournament for Money in the Bank. Just the way Drew McIntyre lost it the same night. I hope we don't see jerseys hit the ice tonight. We'll see.
And Anaheim ducks out of a tough opening minute 10.
Over a minute in the offensive zone.
McDavid still out on the ice. He'll toss it in and hit off on a change. Ferguson barreling his way.
I eat stress for breakfast.
Hopkins now centering
Nice.
Ferguson and Savoy. As Edmonton makes a shift in its top six to start this second period, looking for a squat in addition to the goaltending change. Arvidsson in on the forecheck.
I bet on the Sharks yesterday. That's a good bet. Too bad it was in a shootout, so I don't think it counts. I think those go as ties. You know what? I have a list of players that I was making for a video that I was in the process of making, and then we made a trade.
Dostal will knock it down for Anaheim. Jacob Trouba.
I don't know where that negativity comes from, Joe, but I feel you. I get you. I get what you're saying.
12 seconds to break this one open for
In the offseason, yes, I think if the Oilers don't make it to at least the conference finals,
Colangelo did not get it.
there could be big names on the move.
And that's an icing call against Jacob Trouba.
Shots are now 12-11 for the Oilers. 4-1 Anaheim is the score.
Their best period. They lead the league with 78 second period goals. The Anaheim Ducks are last with 42. There's the best chance on that sequence as the puck came through the blue paint, but they spent over a minute in the offensive zone, the loaded up line, and on an offensive zone face-off right back on the ice.
The Ducks have an amazingly bright future.
Bouchard poked it free.
You can't suck for 20 years straight and not have a bright future.
Ducks can't get it out.
Yeah, that's an exaggeration, but you can't suck for as long as the Ducks have sucked for.
He'll punch it to open ice, skating into it. Carlson, a wrist shot.
If Stuart Skinner lets in the one goal on the first 5 shots,
Chance of the night. Stuart Skinner,
I don't like it.
2015 and 4 on the season.
What are you talking about, Munchie? He played for the Southside Athletic Club. Like, are you just, like, daft? Stuart Skinner played for the Southside Athletic Club. In Edmonton, that is varsity hockey. I don't know. I guess you're just not informed.
McTavish chased out of the circle, replaced by Gauthier, who had a playmaker, 3 assists in that first
I do
period.
think John Cena comes out to a new theme on Thursday. Absolutely.
To draw the icing call, and Janmark not too happy with it.
He already has a theme song picked. It's called Fear Me.
McTavish's 9th career 2-goal game. He's never had a hat trick.
Oh, Noah. Jerseys have hit the ice in November.
Pairing of Lacombe
Don't ask us why fans throw $300 jerseys on the ice. They just do.
takes an outlet pass off the draw, defended by Lacombe. Gauthier hustles over, moves it up the right-hand side for Colangelo. And it's tossed out of play.
This period brought to you by Safeway. Play Safeway My NHL Picks weekly for your chance to win great prizes all
Edmonton
season
36
long.
has 2 minutes for delay a game.
Quick check, and yes, Klingberg was inside.
Apparently that puck
Blue
went
line, so
across
that's delay of
the
game.
glass.
John Klingberg and Anaheim gifted a power play with a chance for some real separation here.
It'll be their first, and it's the quick forecheck again here. McTavish that gets up on the play quickly on the backhand side for Klingberg. He's a right-hand defenseman playing the left side on this shift. And he just kind of flicks it a little too
No,
high
we
up
don't
on top
need a
of the
D-man.
glass. And there's no question about that one. It was right over. First power play for Anaheim.
I think you're right, though. He makes that play. He doesn't make that play if he's not under pressure. Fired up the
You're not wrong,
right
Renegade.
Ty Emberson.
Not wrong.
The Oilers' penalty kill has stabilized a bit, having wiped out 11 of the last 12 chances for the opposition. But overall, great February on the kill.
Yes and no. I'm going to wait till playoffs to decide whether he is or isn't. Like I said,
Spot all year long. He's 12% next to last in the
Buffalo has what?
Henrique beating McTavish to the spot. Thought he had drawn a holding penalty, not forthcoming. Toss back, Terry. And McTavish lead the team with 4 power play goals each. Shot down low, one-timer.
Big save by Stu Skinner.
Save made by Stuart Skinner. That was a tough chance.
1 minute left to go in the power play.
The Ducks. Gets it back from
Holy crap, Hopkins. You look lost out there.
rotated
Like,
down low.
Hopkins looks 2 guys on nobody.
Broke 5 forwards
Oh
out
my
for the
stars.
Ducks on this first power play unit. I'm not sure we've seen that all
Nice.
year long, Louis. McTavish, Zegras, inside Petrano denied again. Skinner, 2 good saves on Petrano.
Why wouldn't he be in my lineup for playoffs? If we don't make a trade for a defenseman, why not?
Terry,
He has absolutely
Zegras
the pedigree for a playoff
right
defenseman.
back to Ryan Strome. Had the game winner back in December against Edmonton. Zegras took his eyes off it, got it back to Terry. 25 seconds left in the penalty. Klingberg, one-timer, fanned on by McTavish, and Ekholm.
I'm sorry, but why? Unless we can get a Jamie Oleksiak or a list of these guys that I have listed that I'm going to show you in the first commercial break, why wouldn't he be in there? He's been a playoff performer before.
They had 2 in that game, but it's been kind of a tough year in that regard for power play goals. So trying to change it up and find a different way. It was against Buffalo they scored 2.
But you're right, that's their only 2 goals in the last.
Do I think the Oilers make a move? Yes, but it's a very subtle one.
Missed opportunity. And Edmonton
Munchie, that's getting old, dude. The Oilers don't need a leader. They have one. He's the one that won Canada the World Cup. The Four Nations Cup, sorry.
Nurse located, didn't get
Maybe a guy you've heard of before.
David came down low to bring
Fuck.
Nurse out with Drysdale. Flip back to Nurse, couldn't get a shot away.
What's Matthews' contract, by the way? Because I heard he wants out of it, Toronto in like 2 years.
By Leo Carlson.
But that's something to lean on, though, right, Epic? Like, that's something that I'm going to lean on. I'm going to lean on that leadership for Klingberg.
But a good stick by Carlson to break up the attempt.
McDavid to Drysdale. McDavid through one man. Jitterbuggy centering it up top. Save by Dostal. Point blank on Zach Hyman.
Fair.
Ellison. Able to work it up the right-hand side. Brett Leeson crossing. Dumoulin shooting. Save Skinner. Rebound. Bounced around for a moment. Dumoulin curls it back. Leeson. Drag move around McDavid. Spins. One centers. And that's stolen away by Hyman. Tips it ahead for McDavid. Nearing the end of his shift. McDavid looking. Dealing. One-timer. Klingberg caught cleanly by Dostal. He'll put it to rest. His 13th save of the night. 13-14 to go in the second. Still 4-1 for the Ducks. And that
Still 4-1. Hyman hits the post. Hey, man. It's coming. This Oilers team isn't going to back down. I'm not worried about this team moving forward. I'm not worried about this team in April. I'm not worried about this team in May. The Oilers are going to be where they're going to be. The Maple Leafs couldn't even beat the Sharks in overtime with a power play for a full 2 minutes. I'm sorry, but that's hilarious to me. Full 2-minute power play and you couldn't do skadoosh on it, man. But yeah, that Matthews, he's sure a leader. It's funny how they bring in a guy named John Tavares to be the captain and they strip him his title. And then they sign a guy who wants to walk next year. That's... Well, I sure hope the Oilers being outshot. The Ducks did just have a power play. When the Oilers had their power play, they were out shooting the Ducks too. Just saying. Just throwing that tidbit out there. There's a difference between McDavid and Matthews. Yeah, I agree with you there, Barbershop. Those two on the power play scoring early feels like a curse. And because the ref threw Draisaitl out of the face-off circle, Savoy had to take the face-off and lost it clean. Why are the refs throwing Draisaitl out of the face-off circle every fucking time Draisaitl takes a face-off? Every time.
Terry over to Petrano. He'll slug it down deep. Terry unable to maintain. Corey Perry advanced through to Arvidsson. Shovel across to Matt Savoy. A dart right to Edmondson. A drive. A save made. A rebound. Equally solid by Dostal. Strome took too long to clear. Savoy tied Arvidsson up in knots with a pass that would have been a tough one.
When was the last time Matthews even did anything in the playoffs?
Kapanen jumped in the seam, picked it off. McComb whacked it off his stick. And now Terry will work his way
Just
to the
saying.
neutral zone. The little leaky is as well. The Ducks will need better puck maintenance moving forward. But as I say that, another turnover for the Oilers.
Bad turnover again by the Oilers defense.
Tough in the sense that
Repeat yourself, you've heard this before. Oilers defense turn over the puck behind the net.
Chip to Colson.
Yeah, DeStall's looking good.
Peters played well. A couple of good saves on Toronto against the Ducks on the power play. Trouba looking for McTavish.
I expect nothing less.
Klingberg up to Colson. On to McDavid. He'll snap it in deep. Trouba angles off the boards. Colangelo eaten up by that pass. Here's McDavid heading for the net. Waiting. Trying to bang it off Dostal.
And this year he missed injuries because his finger hurt.
Dropping it off for Bouchard. Backing off against Jacob Trouba. Ekholm.
He said he doesn't like to play back-to-back games, so he's going to take a day off.
Colangelo to the net.
A lot of hooking going on there, right, Stripes?
The out.
Hey, Stripes, you want to look at the hooking that's going on? McDavid drives the net, gets hooked, no call.
Ekholm to Draisaitl.
Get used to it.
Inside. A little too far for Hyman. McDavid there. Draisaitl. Out to Ekholm. Took his eye off it.
Ekholm.
Skinner steers it to Ekholm. Up to Draisaitl. Defended by Carlson.
I love the Maple Leafs during the regular season. I bet on them to win 9 times out of 10. Come playoffs, I don't, though.
And that was knocked away. Zegras. Punched forward by Carlson from Toronto.
4-1 Anaheim, 15-16 of the shots for the Oilers. Yeah, they definitely do look like Calgary's jerseys, eh?
Far for McDavid.
And that's icing against the Oilers.
The McDavid line's been out there a while with 10.5 remaining here in the second period.
Continuous play, too, back and forth, and pace is quickened here in the second period. Trying to elevate some nice plays again.
At least the Oilers have some pressure now. They just got to get that goal. Amberson almost scores. Savoy doggone bone on that one.
The next shift out follows it up. This is the chance by McDavid, just trying to thread it through as Dostal was deep in his net.
Dostal.
And he gets a little chunk of that to deflect it wide.
I got to look at his numbers. Yeah, Flames got a really big win today. They needed it.
In front for Strome. That was powered out by Ekholm, but Edmonton will get a change. Long change here in the second. Terry trying to catch Edmonton napping. Put it across to Ryan Strome. Score the game winner.
Holy crap.
2 minutes to play in that win over Edmonton back in December.
Excuse me.
Ducks rallied from 2-0 down in that one.
You know DeStall's their starting goalie, right, Joe?
Play will drop the puck in the neutral zone. 9.
You realize that DeStall's been their starting goalie for the last 2.5 years, right? I'm just not sure if you've been aware. Gibson has been the backup in Anaheim for the last 1.5 years, maybe 2 years. But go on thinking that DeStall's the backup goalie. You think the Devils are going to collapse? Nah. We'll see. Like, it would make my life easier if they did. It would make me very happy if they did, but the Islanders got to start picking it up. I would love to see the Islanders squeak into the playoffs. I'm just saying, if you guys think DeStall is a backup goalie. Yeah, that injury, wow. And what bothered me about that whole situation is Eichel didn't get a penalty, but because the coach for New Jersey talked to the referee, didn't yell at him, didn't say obscene names to him, didn't call him any words, didn't swear at him, just said, hey, why wasn't that called? He got a bench minor for it. I don't understand these officials and how freaking soft they are. Like, guys, you're NHL officials. You're going to hear foul language, and it's probably going to be aimed towards you. Because 95% of the time, you suck at your job. So get thicker skin or get the hell out of the NHL. Just throwing that out there.
Over 3 weeks now, he had a chance to see his family out and
during the Four Nations face-off.
I think they will.
Lenny. I mean, he didn't have a chance to see Lenny. Said he got photos.
Just
sent
my
to him, and he
opinion.
wanted to make sure that everything was okay, because we remember when they celebrated his 1,000th point. I mean, Lenny was just so excited to see Connor, and one thing that Connor said is coming home, the dog was barking even before he was visible to him, so you know that Lenny was happy
Yeah.
to have Connor back home.
He hasn't been a backup goalie for a while.
Backhands it through the middle of the ice. Drew Bob.
As a guy that does follow the Anaheim Ducks quite a bit.
Eugene Hopkins. Back to Darnell.
Ah. Anything is plausible. If not, get Noah Dobson out of there. Bring Noah Dobson to Edmonton. Oh, bad giveaway by the Oilers forward at the blue line again.
Up to the red line, he'll chip it softly behind the Edmonton defense. Louis, this is shaping up as one of those games. I know McDavid's buzzing, but there's
9 minutes left to go in the second period. Still 4-1 after the Oilers scored the first one. Anaheim scored 4 straight. No call on that trip either, eh, ref? Wow, I don't know what you're looking at.
And Colangelo, quick peek before he fires rink wide, and Reek broke that one up. Connor Brown through Lacombe, getting behind that short side pass, and that was deflected. It's also going to be a test for the Ducks. They feel like they're a playoff contender right now.
The Ducks are into playoff contender.
They try to nurse this one home. They may very well get themselves in trouble.
I agree. You know, and listen, Edmonton has scored 3 or more goals in 15 straight against the Anaheim Ducks. And it's a team that they've had success against. Right now, Anaheim's playing tight. They're playing aggressive.
Too many men on the ice, ref. What are you fucking watching right now?
And start to open it up. But do it the right way. There's still lots of time here, but they need to go to work.
Zegras.
What are we doing? Like, I guess if you're wearing a white jersey, it's...
Now Corey Perry. Centering pass, intercepted. Stumbling and turning it over was Ellison. Kapanen laid it back for Bouchard. Wound around.
That's a tough call not to make.
Lord comes over. Tries to feed Carlson, but Colson read that. Gives it up. One-timer Bouchard, and the save goes long. And he had Perry to deal with in front. All over. Ellison did not get it out. Neither did Zegras. Kept alive by a determined Bouchard, and a good hard forecheck from Colson. Gives Bouchard another opportunity. Slide step to his right. Crosses to Ekholm. Saucers, Colson in front. Perry just missed it.
Corey Perry usually tips those in.
Shift from Colson. Here's Perry. 442 goals.
Oh, I'll readjust that. I think it's because the Oilers scored the first goal. It hasn't been updated yet.
Just wide. And a clear by Zegras. Some prolonged shifts for Edmonton in the offensive zone this second period, but nothing through as of yet against.
No, it's been updated.
Leather to this one.
Century Casino. All in, all games, all season. Century Casino. Great locations in Edmonton.
Nobody said that they're looking at this team and saying it's perfect. Joe, I don't understand your complete lack of knowledge or complete just not wanting to be positive about anything. It's not that they don't want to make trades, it's how. With what, I'm not trying to be a complete asshole here, but I guess I have to be. With what fucking cap space are the Oilers supposed to make trades for a top-end player? 5-1. Like, I'm sorry, but with what fucking cap space are the Oilers supposed to make a trade for a top-end player that wants to play in Canada? Oh, I wish I was a fan of an American team. I wish I was a fan of an American team. Good back check there, Draisaitl. Where's the fucking defense? Honestly, guys, what trade do you want to make? I want to hear it. Good for you, bud. Like, you called what? That this team is going to make the playoffs? That this team is going to go on an amazing cup run again? It is what it is. Like, I'm not going to live and die off of one game every fucking time. That's a very good question, Lubo. Where's the fucking defense? I'm just throwing this out there. Everybody wants to make a fucking trade for a big top defenseman or a big top goalie. Those guys have no trade clauses to Canada. Every top defenseman I know of, they've got a 7-team no trade clause, and all 7 teams play in Canada. Why is that? They make less money. They pay higher taxes.
McTavish tried to go inside, pulled out of the zone by Podkolzin, out of the reach of Kapanen. Here's McTavish, unable to work his way through Podkolzin, strong on his stick, and then cut off at center. Where have you seen the improvement most from Greg Cronin's club?
That's fair.
I would tell you.
I know that this team's going to turn it around.
I mean, this is a skilled team. I mean, when you're a
I know this team has what it takes to turn it around when they want to and when they will. So I'm not worried about 1 or 2, 4 or 5 game sprints. I can't think like that.
Listen, they're 8-3-1 in their last 12. And I mean, they should have probably beat the Chicago Blackhawks in that run and gun back and forth game.
Weird that just happened. Like, I honestly can't think like that.
But they somehow lost that one 6-5 in a shootout, and he said we turned the puck over too much. They haven't done that in this one.
I didn't say he did. He's learning.
They're converting, and that's confidence. And that confidence is growing with this young team.
Trade Noosh and Burt. Hedman doesn't want to come to Canada. Like, what? Why do you think Hedman chose Tampa Bay? I'm trying to be as nice as possible to everybody here. But why do you think players chose to go where they went? Florida, Vegas, Arizona at a time. Yeah, 5-1. Connor Brown fans on a wrist shot.
Up the right-hand side, Harkins for Troy Terry. Harkins fills the lane to Minchikov. A wrist shot off the rush. A glove save.
I'm just saying, guys, I understand your frustration.
5-1 lead.
I understand you all want to make trades. Give me your best trade that can actually work, and I will tell you why it won't. Give me your best trade offer. I'm open to all suggestions. I'll be the GM of the Edmonton Oilers right now. No, that's actually not going to happen, Joe. His name's not Peter Chiarelli. Tell me what you think would be an honest-to-goodness trade for the Oilers that would benefit the Oilers short-term or long-term. Go. Come on. Doesn't want to play in Canada. 7-team no-trade list. All Canadian teams. Wow, this guy is such a loser. Guys, I'm telling you right now, all your top choices have no movement clauses to Edmonton, to Canada. Utah says no. They want to get younger, not older. That's a possibility, Lubo. That's a possibility at rolling the dice. Now, does Vancouver take little for it? What does Vancouver do for that in return? Realistically, does Vancouver say, yeah, we'll take Picard off your hands, backup for backup? I'm trying not to be negative, guys, and I'm trying to see what your point is.
defenseman over there. What a
I am honestly trying to see what your point of view is with making a trade.
Rowdy up.
big hit in the corner here, Lou.
Yes, high one on Hyman.
And of course,
How much is Valimaki making?
face earlier this year, checking all faculties to make sure he's okay.
It's definitely, I mean, he's holding his nose too, which
Was
well, it's
broken.
teeth more. It's more teeth. So I don't know if there's a penalty on this play.
I don't think there's a penalty on the play.
I don't
Should
think
be.
there was one. I think it was more of a collision, and it doesn't look like anybody's heading to the box. But I mean, that's a pretty, and that's Gudis. I mean, I think he gets the elbow up there, doesn't he?
That's definitely an elbow. Hey, that's an elbow. No call.
Catches him right in the face.
No, we don't want
But
quick.
that's what you have to expect from Radko Gudis, is that he's going to come and finish his check. Now, the way his stick was positioned, he just kind of chicken winged out a little bit, but there's no question he made contact with the head.
And he's a guy that's kind of redefined himself. You know, he was heading towards Matt Cook territory at one point in his career.
Good point.
And instead he's a leader, he's the captain of the club.
Those guys can't reel that in.
Valimaki's 2.75.
He did.
He's gotten a lot better at it, and
No.
he's become
No,
a
we don't need
valuable
that.
player. This is really valuable.
David Draisaitl and Perry out there. Bouchard fell.
Bouchard blows a wheel.
Forked a little too far for Troy Terry. But
Not to mention, he's +5 in this game for the second time in his career.
Leeson
Yeah.
off to Lundstrom. Well, I was going to tell you.
That's the problem, is these teams that trade with Canada are going to ask for that extra.
Harkins fell down.
It's just the business of being Canadian market team.
McDavid to Draisaitl. Back to McDavid. Draisaitl a shot. And that was wide. Rebound set up for Klingberg.
McDavid should have just wrapped that and would have been a goal.
Stone, who very quietly has had a nice night.
Guys, I hate to say this, but being a fan of a Canadian team, it's called the Canadian tax. It's 10% off the top, add an extra pick or two, because we live in Canada. Because the Canadian dollar is weak, and they get paid in American money. If the Canadian team's paid in Canadian money, and the American team's paid in American money, and everything was equal, that's fine. But because everybody gets paid in American money, the changeover rate and the crossover rate sucks for the Canadian players.
Pulled back by Gauthier. Hit the line.
Saros doesn't want to play in Canada.
Cutter Gauthier back on the attack, heading for the net with a wrist shot that's deflected up and out of play with 2:12 to go in this second period.
And Saros would cost you a first-round pick,
Control this hockey game.
Yeah, Gauthier with a wicked wrister. He can really
which
shoot
the Oilers
a lot
don't
of
have
assists
next
for
year.
him tonight. His first 3-point game in the National Hockey League is Zach Hyman shaking off that hit still from Radko Gudis.
It's crazy. Guys, I looked at it. I looked at all the trade scenarios. I looked at everything I could look at for whatever I could look at it.
Redirected live.
Absolutely.
Doubled in front.
I looked at every possible angle. Trading Hopkins.
Here's Nugent Hopkins.
Putting in a sweetener like Bouchard.
Off the rush.
I thought of it all.
Shay's out of play with 1:56 to go on the period, and the Oilers still trying to somehow change the complexion of this one. A goal in the last 2 minutes here would go a long way toward at least.
Like I've thought about every trade scenario that would help this team. I'm not just a guy out here that wants to see this team lose like this. I hate watching this happen. It kills my soul watching this team with 2 minutes left in the second period losing 5-1 to the Anaheim Ducks. You trade McDavid, you might as well sell the franchise. If you trade McDavid, you might as well pack up tent and go on another decade of darkness. Not happening.
Of the third place Kings in the Pacific. Nugent Hopkins
This fan base would hurt you.
barreling his way toward the net back door, and a great save by Dostal on Nugent Hopkins. And he's becoming.
Yeah, Joe, we do have top prospects. One's playing in this game right now, Matthew Savoy.
But he's kept the Oilers at bay.
He is closing the door. I mean, this is a
Most of our
should be 5-2 right here. Nice hard draw.
Most of our top prospects are playing over in Europe. We got a really good goalie over in Europe right now.
He gets a good shot away. I mean, that's good hard contact on the puck, and Dostal with a great push-off is there to meet it and deny. Terrific save.
He had 46 saves in here. It was when
Let's just enjoy the hockey game. There's a period left. I don't think the Oilers want to play this game.
17, and he stole one. And he's not doing that tonight, but he's been very good.
I agree with you. I 100% agree with you.
Flipped away.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I've gone over the numbers. And to make anything work, we're getting rid of Hopkins and Hyman. You don't want this, Smith. Come on. Like, you're getting rid of your elite players. And then you're pissing off McDavid and Draisaitl in the process. Maybe that's what you should do as a GM. Your star two players aren't doing it. They need help. Give them the help. Trade some dead weight.
Harry going to the bench as well. McDavid's still out there.
Trade dead weight.
Stifled as he hit the red line. And Leeson
30 seconds left to go in the second period. 5-1 Anaheim. Despite shots being 21-17 for the Oilers.
flung it over to Bouchard, but he's stapled by Lundstrom. Inside Harkins. Another chance.
Jesus.
Shot redirected dangerously wide.
I said this before and I will say this again.
Reestablished here.
Will outplay skill 9 out of 10 times. And right now, Anaheim's will is beating the Oilers' skill.
Leeson takes the shot. That's
Thankfully, that period's over. 5-1 Anaheim after 2. You're an idiot, man. Like, the only one that's showing up for this fucking team is the leader. God damn, you were daft. Yeah, you're not wrong, Eric. You're not wrong. Who was he watching? The chick in the third row from fucking Shawinigan? You're not wrong. It's tough to watch this team knowing how good they can be. And I think that's what's pissing off a lot of Oiler fans, is seeing how good this team can be and how good this team is. And they just, lately, their performances are weak and lackluster, missing, not engaged. You know, just not it. Like, I don't know what it is anymore, but this team just is not doing good. I don't know what to tell you, Munchie. Sometimes you just have games where you're just not feeling it. So, you know how some days you go to work and you're just not feeling up to putting up with the boss's bullshit? That's how this feels. But hey, it is what it is. We are what we are. We do what we do. I mean, hey, let's check out the out-of-town scoreboard, shall we? Shall we? Oh, I love days like today. I'm glad I'm feeling so great to be able to broadcast this game for you fans. I don't know if the Oilers are going to come back or not. I think they're going to make this freaking entertaining, though. Stars score 4-3 over the Devils. Game over. Pittsburgh Avalanche tied at 1 after 2. After 2, Ducks 5, Oilers 1. Boo. First period, 2 minutes left to go. Wild 1, Kraken 1. Predators beat the Bruins 6-3. The Sharks beat the Sabres 6-2. The Hurricanes beat the Red Wings 2-1. The Lightning beat the Blue Jackets 6-2. The Flames beat the Flyers 6-3. The Islanders beat the Jets 3-2. Jets go on a 9-game, 10-game, 11-game winning streak. Now on a 3-game losing streak. But hey, that's right. The Winnipeg Jets suck too, right, guys? The Winnipeg Jets suck too. They're on a 3-game losing streak, losing the teams they should beat. But that team sucks. Hollebuck's not a good starter. That guy's garbage. Fuck. You know what's weird? They go on massive losing streaks too, and you never hear their fans say, oh, this guy sucks. This guy sucks. Trade this guy. This team's a bunch of bums. Why is it only in Edmonton and Toronto that we just hear so much shit talked about our teams? I don't get it. I'm trying to understand, why is it that only Edmonton and Toronto fans just all out, flat out, just bash their teams so much? I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me reading the wrong tea leaves, but yeah, it's weird. Do we forget that the Oilers needed to go on that 16-game win streak last year just to make the playoffs? They needed that 16-game win streak. They don't need that this year, folks. The Oilers don't need to go on a 16-game fucking heater just to make playoffs. Put that into perspective just a little bit. A little bit. They don't need to go on a freaking heater or a run. They just got to play okay hockey. And tonight is not okay hockey. I will give you that. I will surmise to that. I will submit to that. Tonight is Garbagino hockey at its finest. Tonight, it's like the Oilers are a pee-wee hockey team playing the freaking East Coast Hockey Club. Completely unacceptable. Yes, I do reference a lot of pee-wee hockey. I loved coaching pee-wee hockey, man. Ooh. Oh. I just wish this team would show up. Start playing like a team that wants to win a cup. Show us the team that wanted to win the cup last year in Game 7. Bring that team back. You know what I mean? I get that Game 7 was a sour note and we lost, but bring that team back. At least that team showed the heart of a champion. Showed they wanted to compete every night. Can you tell me why Dylan Holloway and Philip Broberg wanted to leave Edmonton? Like I got that. I got that question today. I got that question today about Philip Broberg and Dylan Holloway leaving Edmonton. Why do you think they wanted to leave? Any real answers? Because they chose to leave. I don't think the Leafs are going to make a trade. I think they're happy and content where they are. They wanted more playing time, and they knew that, well, for Holloway at the least. I don't know why Broberg wanted out, probably because he felt like he wanted to play more, and in Edmonton he wasn't getting the opportunity, which is fair. I get why. But with Holloway, same with Fogel. I almost called him Ryan Fogel. With Warren Fogel, when you've got two star players like McDavid and Draisaitl, there's not enough ice time out there to play. So, in saying that and in doing that, you want to play, they want to play. Well, there isn't enough puck for everyone to play. Right? There's just not enough puck for everyone to play. So, they left. More power to them. They left for not better opportunities, ice time wise, but not winning. I honestly don't see St. Louis winning anytime soon. Their best chance was to play and win in Edmonton. And I get it. You want to play, you want to be part of a big picture. And when you have guys up and down the middle, name McDavid and Draisaitl, 1 and 2 centers, you're not going to get that opportunity. So I understand it. I'm not mad at the forwards for leaving. I'm not mad at Broberg for wanting out. I'm mad at the fans that keep bringing it up saying, oh, well, you should have signed. You could have signed. If you would have just gave them the deal they were wanting. Holland tried. Holland offered Dylan Holloway $1.8 million. He offered Broberg $1.8. That's all the Oilers had money-wise to offer these players. They said no. It's their right, and I'm not mad about it. Just like I wouldn't be mad at McDavid if he signed a short-term deal. I would not be mad at McDavid if he came into the summer and said, you know what? I don't like the direction long-term wise this team is going. Give me a 3-year deal. That's not true. Everybody wants to play with McDavid. It's just hard to play with a guy that doesn't play structure. Plays very loose because of his skill set. And that's one thing I will say about the Oilers. They need to figure out how to play structure hockey. The Oilers need to figure out how to play structure hockey. That is one thing I will say about this team that they need to figure out. They need to figure out systems, and they need to figure out structure. This creativity, playing by the looseness of your pants, works sometimes. But when it doesn't work, man, it don't work. You don't trade Connor McDavid. That's just... We're just going to ignore comments from Goodnight. Obviously, he's drinking the expensive top shelf stuff tonight. I guess the tariffs kicked in really hard where he lives, and he's paying the price for it. But yeah, honestly, guys, this team is fine. The players will be okay. It's a streak of losing that sucks to suck. When you're in it, it freaking sucks. But hey, there's always playoffs, and we know we're going to be in it. He's something. I wouldn't say he's slow, but he's something. While I've been chatting with you guys, paying attention to the time on the clock, I've been playing some golf. Enjoying myself a little bit here. Hearing my daughter cry is not good. Ooh. Take a little risk. What's the risk that you're thinking here? I want to hear this trade. What is the risk you think the Oilers should take for Demko? I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm saying if you think, like, guys, I'm not saying these trades are impossible to make. I am not saying nothing I am saying is impossible. But the GM has to put his hard thinking cap on and think way outside the box. Like, right now there's a circle that this GM is thinking in. He needs to think outside the circle. He needs to think outside and, like, make a box. Put it outside the box thinking is what he needs. Maybe Bowman's willing to do it. We'll see. My baby needs me. That's okay. I got 20 minutes after. Hey, worst case scenario, the Oilers get their asses handed to them tonight, and maybe we do have problems. Well, you're not wrong. Excuse me. Risk management on that goalie for how hard he's going to get hurt, how long he could be hurt for. That is a major risk that, hey, the Oilers are going to have to take if they want to. He's absolutely an upgrade. When healthy, I'd put Demko in top 10 goalie in the league.
All right, the Oilers make it 50-50. Presented by Rogers in support of Ronald McDonald House Charities Alberta, celebrating 40 years.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Lubo, you're absolutely right. If there's a time to make that trade, this year may be that time. If the Oilers don't think that they have the team to do it. Holy shit, Oscar Clefbaum.
What's it like to watch your old team in person? It's a lot of fun. It's really good to be here again in Edmonton and see all the fans and all the people and obviously the team. How much do you miss playing? A lot. It's hard to do.
Yeah, 5-1 is getting my asses handed to me. I'm not used to losing like this, Noah.
Obviously, I wish them the best, and obviously I wanted to be there last year in the run. So, but now I got another perspective of life, and but like I said, I'm really happy to be here and watch a couple of games here.
How's your shoulder?
It's good. No pain whatsoever. Maybe a little bit weaker than I used to be, but I got a good quality of life back home in Sweden.
Yeah,
I'm happy how it turned out.
Man, I feel bad for Oscar.
The way my hockey career turned out, but I'm happy the way his shoulder is.
Yeah, I tell you what, you're one of my
favorite guys. It's so great to see you, and I know every Oiler fan would love to see you out there, but they're happy to hear that you're feeling good, and that is what's most important. Oscar, stop by any time. Thank you very much, Dean. Good to see you too. Oh man. Okay, guys. I just it's so great to see Oscar and great to see him feeling good, and that is what's most important. Louis and Jack, take it away.
It's unreal. I mean, he's still 31.
Yeah, definitely trolling, man. I'd put the deserve to win meter 90 to 10 for Anaheim. And that's me being an Oilers fan. I'll be 100% honest with you guys. Whether I'm a fan of the Oilers or not, I am willing to concede.
I'm happy he's doing well.
Well, and you know, it's intriguing what he said.
This team needs to be better.
And I know that you kind of learned that a bit when your kids came along during your playing career. It does change you, that you find out there's more to life than just, you know, the road show that is the National Hockey League. It's a great life, but there's more to it as a shot handled.
Yeah, that deserved meter winner is broken. It should be 71-28 for Anaheim.
What do you make of
Unless they know something we don't know.
and how it can set the tone for the rest of the
Could it be living in the future?
Start right there to get a point across. And some young fan came across here. It was his 10th birthday. We just talked to him, had a picture with him, and he said, they got to get more players in front of the goalie. Well, right there, Dostal followed that right into the glove and made that save. Get traffic in front of him, continue to do so because he's playing well right now. And if you want to chip back in any way possible in this game, you're going to have to make it difficult on him.
Worked up the right-hand side, just out of the reach of Troy Terry, tracked by Bouchard, and now
Rank of my top 10 current goalies.
Defense, and it rolls free where
Vasilevsky?
Scoop it up 41 seconds into this final period.
Hollaback?
Staring at a potential 6th loss in 7 games, and this would be 4 in a row.
Ottinger?
Yeah, they take a lot of pride playing in their home building. Rogers Place, and
Wow.
you know, don't like to have this type of a record as of late here on home ice. So something they want to turn around and remedy, and got behind it early in this one after they scored their first.
I don't see that happening, but that would be cool if it did. Jesus, I'm drawing a blank on goalies right now. Excuse me. I don't usually draw a blank like this, but yeah, I'm drawing a blank on goalies right now.
Road trip in Philadelphia, as you'll remember, Louis, and then 4 in the first in that game.
And I'm not going by wins or losses or save percentage. That's overblown and overrated in my eyes.
With a strong effort from Dostal, showing no signs that they're tightening up here, protecting this lead. Killorn trying to get to the net. Get a
My
shot
top.
That'll be held in by Drew
I gotta go with
speared by Stuart Skinner with a minute 9 gone by in this third period. What you make of what Gager said in terms of letting
Hollaback,
Well, you know, listen, it was
Vasilevsky, Gustafsson.
In back-to-back games, Stuart Skinner hasn't been up to his game. He hasn't played as well as he has to. I would say he hasn't, though. And, you know, obviously as a goaltender, you're under the magnifying glass and the microscope because you're the last line of defense. So a lot of
Bobrovsky.
But he is your starter, and if he is going to be your starter,
You know,
you have to start building up that confidence in his game to make sure that he's ready to go. That's a pretty good save right there. That he
Shishkin, yeah, no, that was. He's my 6.
Pretty well and has 3 assists in this one, but you've got to turn it around, and he's got to start feeling good about his game. So Joaquin was a goaltender. He understands how important the mental aspect.
Anderson in Carolina.
Listen, maybe a little wake-up call is Pickard.
He's in there.
You saw it happen last year in the playoffs versus the Vancouver Canucks, and he turned this
UC Saros is up there. Yeah. Like I said, I don't go by stats alone, but you're right. Shesterkin deserves more credit than what I give him.
You're going to have your ups and downs, and
He's been a good goalie for the last couple of years. Like last year, he definitely was a top 3 goalie.
And it's not the goaltending tonight. It's been the vulnerability to the forecheck, and we just saw it on that chance you alluded to for Connor Gauthier. Good damage. Nurse.
Thanks, Stuart.
Well, I can't put him up there yet because he has to. For me, the goalie has to have consistent. Like that's why I would never put Stuart Skinner in my top 10. You're absolutely right. You absolutely know what you get in playoffs with him. To me, you have to do it. No, he got pulled. He let 4 goals in on 6 shots. He got pulled.
This morning in his media scrum
You're not wrong. That's the thing, though, is Hellebuck is regular seasons, and I will say this until it changes. Hellebuck and the Maple Leafs have one thing in common. Great regular seasons, shitty playoff performances. Maybe if Hellebuck played on the Maple Leafs, he'd figure it out. Regular seasons are amazing for Hellebuck and the Leafs. But when the calendar turns to April, they just seem to disappear.
2 goals in a minute 40, then 2 goals in 5 seconds. And Anaheim able to break it.
They look something.
Terry to Gudis, a drive and a save. Stuart Skinner. Rebound McCollum. 3 assists tonight, +5. He fans on a one-timer and now will pursue.
Honestly, the Oilers look like something. And that's okay.
Able to skate away. Second round pick up to Strome.
I just hate that we're losing to a Pacific Division team. And the way we're losing is... I'm hiding it really well, but I'm fucking pissed off.
Gone by in the third. Klingberg jumps up through Carlson.
Depending on who ends up 8th place.
It's easily turned aside by Dostal. Carlson
Could be Utah, could be Calgary, could be Vancouver. Breakaway Anaheim. Woohoo! Breakaway Anaheim because the Oilers have no fucking defense.
Made short work of that one, but he's in alone here.
And McDavid's looking at his defense like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
On the offensive blue line, he's already in behind the defenseman.
What the fuck are you guys doing?
Tracking back, it looks like everything's in position, but he just gets lost. You know, it's just everybody puck focused right now up the ice, and Killorn, a cagey veteran, he was responsible for
McDavid and Hopkins are the 2 guys back again. You have 2 forwards back where your defense should be again.
all alone, and he makes short work of that chance. Blocker side on Skinner, 6-1.
There's a chance in tight for Arvidsson that misfires. Kulak trying to stay strong on the puck. He does. Goals 1.
Why is it that's 2 goals straight that you've had 2 forwards back playing defense? McDavid, Draisaitl, McDavid, Hopkins are the 2 guys back playing fucking defense. Where the fuck is Bouchard? Where the hell is Nurse? Where's Klingberg? Where's Kulak? Where's Ekholm? Unfucking excusable.
He gets wrapped up around Draisaitl, so good at protecting the puck, and
You could put this on the goalies if you want to put this on the goalies. But where the fuck is the defense at? Twice.
Doesn't like the call, but had that arm on arm. And anytime your arm comes up and grabs above the elbow, your opposition, you're in that position where you can get called for a goal.
6-1 Anaheim.
Yep.
Inexperienced mistake. Draisaitl.
Holy shit, buddy.
McDavid making sure he does.
Fucking overrated, right, asshole? Fucking overrated. Scores a goal.
Connor McDavid, his first goal in 8 games.
Fucking overrated.
Everybody in the car, so come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner. The boys say they want some gin and juice, but I really don't wanna. Feel buzz like I had last week. I must stay because coffee is cheap. I like Angela, Pamela, Sandra, and Rita. And as I continue, you know they get sweeter. So what can I do? I really bag you, my lord. To me, nothing is just like a boy. Anything fly, it's all good. Let me jump in and sing in the trumpet. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side. A little bit of Rita.
Not wrong, mini hockey. Not wrong.
It's Connor McDavid. Looks like he's back to his old self.
Yes, he has stopped lots of breakaways. Kind of hard to stop a breakaway when it's Alex Killorn coming from pretty much the red line with speed. We have to remember, Alex Killorn is a 30-goal scorer. You know what, mini hockey? I would love to see Bouchard get traded. You could get a haul for Bouchard. Unfortunately, we don't have anybody to replace him right now. I've had that conversation with somebody close to the organization. Without speaking out of school, as they say, I've had this conversation with somebody.
And it's the type of chances they're giving up that are extremely worrisome.
Oh, it's going to hurt bad this year. Penalty coming up for the Oilers, par for the course.
Carlson shot blocked, and with 14 minutes left.
Yeah, 6-2.
Its second power play of the night.
I had a conversation with somebody close to the organization. And I said, why don't we just get rid of Bouchard? Get rid of him now while he's cheap and affordable for every team in the league. He's clearly not gelling with the team. His power play numbers are non-existent. No jerseys have hit the ice, and I don't think they're going to. He's gone. He's checked out. He's not he's not responsible defensively. He's not having an offensive season. So, why don't you trade him? The answer I got, and I want to believe this is the answer, and the reason why, there isn't anybody in the system that's 2 years away to replacing Bouchard. Bouchard is a player that you just can't replace. As much as we don't like him being defensively inept and bad, he's an offensive-minded defenseman, and those are hard to replace. Boakey is still 2.5 years, maybe 3 years away, if he's able to do what Bouchard does. We don't know that yet. But what I do know is defensive talent is going to be on display at the draft this year for the Oilers. And next year. Oh.
Short-handed, and Lacombe jumps right back and takes the puck back. Gauthier. Delore tried to center.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Noah.
Early in the year, you like Jackson.
I would never throw my jersey on the ice.
I was between the benches last year, and he had a game in here where I felt they were banged up when they came in, and he played a lot of minutes. And I was like, this kid actually has some.
It's not the point.
I didn't see this much of a jump from last year to this year. I don't think anybody did, but they liked him. That's why they drafted him, and he's a player that,
I was wrong, Lubo, about this being a lopsided affair.
And he played above him. All 3 years that Faber was there, and he played 4 years at University of Minnesota.
Well, wouldn't you be unhappy if you were getting thumped 6-2 in your own building? First home game in a month, and you're getting thumped like this right before trade deadline, knowing that your star player wants the team, the GM group, to make a trade? Connor McDavid said he wants more horses.
They're thinking if they can get one here on the counterattack, get this down to a 3-goal game with 10 to play, they've still got hope. Dumoulin.
Yeah, I agree, Renegade. If I'm that mad that I don't want a jersey anymore, I'll give it to a kid.
Dumoulin, head and shoulders fake. Delore had it stripped by Hyman. And now it's Dumoulin who looked to drive it back in. Checked by McDavid. And McDavid pokes it free for Hyman. He's got Draisaitl with him. Trouba defending. Bouchard. Fred Kulak, his shot blocked. Draisaitl shoveled it back for McDavid. Out to Bouchard.
Bouchard can't even receive a pass.
And now McDavid. Looking for Draisaitl, broken up. McDavid rolls up top. Hand off to Draisaitl. A shot and a save goes Stahl with 10:35 left.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Mini Hockey. Hopkins especially. Especially Hopkins has disappeared. Now, I don't know what happened. I don't like the fact that it happened. Hey, it looked like for a second there they were going to. They had built off the Washington game, won the Carolina game, and then they come home to this. Absolutely, guys. Thank you for watching. My name is Matt for Oilers Fan Reaction. Push the like button. Push the subscribe button. Tell all your friends. This guy's a wackadoo. This guy thinks the Oilers are going to win every game. I may have to just go get my daughter. I'll be back. Excuse me. You gotta go outside. Holy fuck. Why are you so upset? Huh? Why are you so upset? Why are you so upset? Are you mad because the Oilers are losing? Oh. 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 You're okay.
He has to lead by example. He's done it his entire career, but he has been flying tonight, and that's a great sign for Edmonton. And then Leon Draisaitl, with 2 points tonight, is now tied with Nathan McKinnon, who's playing the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. He has 1 point, but 92 points now, a tie for the Art Ross.
It was definitely aimed at whatever deep hair was on the ice. And I'll look at the next commercial break there,
defensive side of the game, and I'm thinking that's
you noticed that too, eh?
for this team moving forward and what they're working on.
Baby Locke's not here to help.
We spoke about in the beginning,
she needs her daddy.
Strong slings the pass ahead for Troy Terry.
Oh, you got Cooper's coming out to
Anaheim fell behind 1-0 in the first half. Draisaitl's league-leading 45th of the year. But then the Ducks erupted 4 goals in a span of barely 6.5 minutes to break the game open. Added some insurance in the second period, and the teams have swapped goals here in the third. Edmonton 5-on-5 tonight. Louis has been outscored 6-0.
That's exclamation mark right there.
McDavid chipping ahead for Corey Perry. The return pass, and McDavid almost worked his way through Minchikov, whose second effort kept him from doing that.
No, she's upstairs watching Dr. Cole.
Using the screen for McDavid and giving it to him. Shoveled out. Klingberg looks for a lane. Lets one fly. Tipped behind the net. Dostal looking. McDavid.
How's that not a hook?
No call. And a shot sent down low. Bounced in front of Dostal.
The guy's stick is in McDavid's midsection. And he has to drop it, and the ref just looks at him do it. Like, come on, man.
The referee says no, he closed his arms on the stick. Well, the stick has to be there for him to close his arm on. That's the way I feel about that.
Like, that's a fucking joke.
Kulak to Bouchard. Henry to Brown, rolled off his stick and turned to the corner by Dostal. Sent in deep by Janmark. Brown forced off the puck. Leo Carlson looking for Dumoulin.
We got 8 minutes left in the
Brian Dumoulin cutting to his left. The Ducks have also added some veterans like Strome,
No headbutting.
Gudis, and
No headbutting.
that I think have stabilized
This
some of their
isn't the
young players
UFC. You don't get away with that.
this kind of league.
Greg Cronin this morning said he relies on those veterans to be his voice through them on the bench. Another turnover here for Edmonton.
Bad turnover again by the Oilers.
That difficulty making clean outs because of this aggressive forecheck of the Ducks.
Yeah.
But yes, I agree. Young players are going to learn from the older players. It's so important to have guys that play the right way. And a guy like Alex Killorn, as you mentioned, on the top line, if you look at where these forwards are, veteran forwards amongst the young players, and also veteran defensemen paired with young defensemen, it's just
I appreciate you guys for being here. I know it's a stinker, and the Oilers have not showed up.
them.
But you guys did. That's all that matters. We showed up.
This young team has bought in, and that belief is growing.
McCall, his stick exploded on him.
He did make sure, he said, listen, it's inconsistent, but it's starting to get better, which is a good sign.
And that's a generational thing. I mean, Louis, I'm sure when you broke in, Craig McTavish set a certain professional standard that you learned how to be a pro.
I had terrific vets when I came into the NHL. You know, you look down the list, and there was still a number of guys that had won the Cup in '90 with Edmonton, but I just followed their lead. And, you know, Craig McTavish, Kevin Lowe.
Is that all you
Mark
wanted?
Lamb was another one for me, but Kelly Buckberger, all those guys that have won Cups and, you know,
6.5 minutes left to go in the game. 28-22 shots for the Oilers. 6-2 for the Anaheim Ducks.
Skinner.
Or the Ducks of Anaheim. Like, that's a hook, it's a hook, it's a hook.
Doesn't get it.
How do you not call that?
Oh no. Hold there.
Watch your arm, watch your arm.
Hold there.
I don't need you breaking your arm on me. No way. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. They don't need to trade McDavid. Relax. You gotta worry about Mitch Marner not signing his contract at the end of the year. You guys got bigger problems in Toronto than just worrying about us in Edmonton land. Oh no, somebody deleted the message. Hi. It revamped itself. What's it say now? It says the Oilers are fitty. Oh no. Yeah, right. Sucker. How can I be mad when I got a baby like you? How can I be mad when I got a baby like you? How can I be mad with a baby like you? I can't be mad at a hockey game. No, never. Never mad at a hockey game. It's just a hockey game. It's not real life. It's just a hockey game. Yes, it is. It's just a hockey game.
Back into the corner and gives him a pretty solid cross-check afterwards for his measures. So Darnell Nurse, 8 hits on the night.
You're right, George. They might get booed off the ice.
Strong performance in that regard tonight from Darnell Nurse, who she doesn't like what he's seeing right now in this game and is taking it out of the Ducks.
We got 6.5 minutes left to go in the third period. 6-2 Anaheim.
Defended by Gudas.
Yeah, they're getting spanked by the
6
Ducks.
minutes to play.
Went duck hunting and the Ducks shot back.
Turned it back. Nugent Hopkins from distance. Dropped by Dostal. Doesn't know where the puck is. Grabbed by McDavid. Here's Nurse. Fires. And that was blocked. And the rebound.
So this is what happens when a duck gets the
He'll
gun.
gladly take the icing call there, as it was a scramble.
Ouch. No, I don't think so. Honestly, I don't see that at all.
Play Alberta has over 400 casino games to discover. New players start with 100 free spins.
I honestly see the Oilers beating Montreal. Because of this, they're beating Dallas, beating Buffalo, beating Jersey, beating the Islanders, losing to the Rangers, beating Utah, and losing to Winnipeg. I had them winning this game, but that doesn't look likely now, does it?
That clean shot to get through. But a good job by Hyman to get
You're not wrong.
Break the distraction in front of Dostal. Wasn't a clean save.
And Barry Kapanen tracked by Lacombe. Shovels ahead for Troy Terry, moving his way up the center and then smartly getting it in deep. So the Ducks can change it up. Perry 13 goals this season. Averages about 11.5 minutes of ice time. The only guy more productive with less ice time is Adam Gaudin. That's in the entire league.
Yeah, it is sad that you called that, but it is what it is.
Younger than age 39. There's Jacob Trudeau.
Again?
Minchikov, 5 minutes ago, his outlet broken up.
Baby.
Truba looking McTavish. That gets thrown for John Klingberg. Montreal currently a point out of that last
Again, no again.
playoff spot. Shot by
No more
Edmonton,
again.
and a save by Bill Stahl. That'll be next up.
No more
for
again.
Edmonton as this one getting a little rough. Right in the crease.
Good for the Oilers to show some fight, though. Good for the Oilers to show some fight. I like it. Don't go away quietly into the night.
Mark comes down low to even out the numbers. Who's under the bottom of that stroke?
Show some emotion. Good for Janmark. Are you really doing this right now? Are we really doing this right now? Oh, my noses. You can't be headbutting my noses. It's already broken.
Eventually pried apart. We'll see.
It's already broken.
Cody Beach and Peter McDougall are going to fish
It's
out
already
here.
broken.
Send to the box.
A little bit of a poke at the end. Obviously, Edmonton's starting to buzz the tower a little bit here, and we talked about getting in the eyes of Dostal and making it difficult for him to see pucks. When you have someone that's playing the way he is, and this is how it started this shot. One little poke there by Janmark, and then everybody converges in.
I disagree, Joe.
Edmonton alive.
I disagree, Joe. I think it'll be a thumping for Montreal. I think Montreal's in for a rude awakening. Yes, I do's. You tell him, Rosie. Whoa! You give me a headache every time you do that. I get whiplash when you do that. You did it. What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? Huh? What did you do? What? Duh. I didn't say they thumped the Ducks. No, I did not say they would thump the Ducks. I said it would be a close 3-2, 2-1 game, Joe. I did not say they would thump the Ducks. I know better than to think the Oilers are going to thump anybody right now. If the Oilers are going to win a hockey game, they're going to win the hockey game low scoring. I don't want to see any more high scoring Oiler games. From the rest of the year, I want to see low scoring, better defensive hockey by this team. That was not me that said that they were going to thump this game. No way, Jose. I take credit for saying a lot of things, but I cannot take credit for that one. Ah, my eye now. Yep, 5 straight wins. Time for a loss against the Oilers. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 4-on-4 hockey.
You like the fact that he faced the media, said, I got to be better, has been working hard the last couple of days, did not take a day off when he could have a couple of times.
No, last week I didn't say they were going to thump the Ducks. I said I would love to see them thump the Ducks. There's a difference.
This one offensively with a
There's a
couple of
difference, buddy.
Lacombe slapper turned aside.
I said there could be a thumping. I didn't for sure guarantee it. What?
Just ask your doctor.
I said I would love to see this team thump the Ducks because it would be good for this team.
Well,
But
and Connor McDavid, most points through 700 games, is on a list
watching
of,
how Stuart Skinner
just
played
terrific
last game
company
and
right
how
there.
Picard was
just
going to start
continues
this
to
one,
climb the
I
ladder
knew
and do
better.
things that only a
I knew
few in the
better.
game have ever done.
Third and assists. Fourth.
I disagree. We're going to beat Montreal, Dallas, and Buffalo.
Saw Mike Bossy.
We're going to go on a little bit of a run
Peter
here.
Stastny, the only other guy to get 1,000 points this season.
I know.
What he's done so far in his career and how he's paced the league, he's been ahead with another 100-point season. He is should be his 9th consecutive.
Yeah,
As
it
was
is
a
almost
year ago.
good.
Another one.
Oh, breakaway again for the Ducks.
Toronto snaps it into the waiting leather of Skinner.
Because of that level that he's played at, Jack, is why the expectation is so high.
I don't know, I was gonna say they're gonna win every game.
Expectation for himself. And he has
Because I'm an Oilers
the highest
fan, that's what I hope they
expectation
do.
of himself than anybody. But, if anybody's deserving of a little bit of a grace period of being totally elite, we'll say it's him. But it's good to see him back on track and
That's
wheeling
fair.
and dealing the way he does.
That's
But
fair.
He's up there with some
But
of those
this team
names
can
on
turn it
those,
on and it's on.
to the Raptors. That's how good he's played thus far.
You're tired.
Zegras inadvertently knocked the net offense scorings with 3:46 to go. Having said that, Louis, the 2 goals tonight have come on the power play. And Edmonton's 5-on-5 play, which curiously enough, in their slow start was pretty good. We kept talking about it. At that time, the special teams was struggling. 5-on-5 the last 11 games now. Connor McDavid does not have a point.
And that's a problem. And it's a problem for the team. And I just... The positive is, I think he's feeling better, and I think he's starting to get his legs going and find some energy. He was fatigued. He was tired.
And emotionally so.
And absolutely, more emotionally than anything. And I think it's going to be a grind until the end of the year, but this is the time of year when they know they need to dig in and be better. And I think that's that internal timetable that this team has, and all the great players have it, and great teams have it. They know that down the stretch, they're going to have to start buckling down and doing things that allow them to win hockey games. They're not quite there yet. And that is a telling tale that you just said. The 5-on-5 play, even strength, is not there yet. They aren't competing hard enough. They're not hard enough to play against. They're not defending aggressively enough and hard enough to give their goaltender a chance to win a game, quite frankly. It happened once in Carolina.
Bouchard, that looked like it was in. It went off the crossbar. That was very close.
You might hear a horn.
Usually no. We'll see. We'll hear a horn go if that counts. Bouchard hit the bar. It came down in a funny sort of way.
Disagree with you. I disagree with you, Joe. That's okay. That's okay to have your opinion like that.
The inside and out, but it's so hard to tell. It was through traffic once again.
That's in the net.
Albertson to get into that lane.
That's a goal.
And be a distraction.
No, that's not a goal. Damn it.
You know, getting back to the
Bouchard almost scored that.
And they know that, and everything needs to come together. A little bit out of sync, this team right now. It's why they're losing hockey games. When they're in sync, everything's better. And that, most importantly, is 5-on-5.
That's the thing, is the Oilers are locked into a playoff spot. It doesn't matter where they go. Excuse me. I think they still win the division.
Good news for Edmonton.
They got 2 months.
Quarter of a season to figure it out. And these players to a man know
Again, I'm not going to be one of those guys that rides the roller coaster of the super highs and the super duper lows. I can't do that anymore. I'm not 20 years old. I'm not 30 years old. I'm 40.
Skinner's able to put that to rest with 2.5 to play.
But what makes teams like Anaheim,
I can't ride the emotional roller coaster that some of you guys do.
Fighting still with the potential to get into the playoffs.
I appreciate that you do it.
Keep that hope alive until it's eliminated mathematically. And that's what they're like, hey, we're going to keep grinding and trying.
I think the Oilers are going to win the Pacific Division on the very last game we play against Vegas.
The Montreal Canadiens on Thursday night will be a dangerous team too. They've won 5 in a row. This is a team that wants to get in there again. They're a young group that is starting to play together and play as a team. And you know, for me, that makes it a more dangerous opponent for Edmonton, who right now understand that there's some time here to get things going, but they're not.
They did not have a 10-point lead on the Knights and Kings. Are you like... The Knights had a 12-point lead on us. Joe, if you're going to talk stupid, at least make it factual. The Oilers have never had a 10-point lead on anybody in this division. Are you like... We're still ahead of LA. Dude, if you're going to talk facts, like if you're going to talk stats, make it factual. Don't be dumb. I'm sorry, but don't be dumb. And what point did the Oilers have a 10-point lead on Vegas? You can look right now all you want. At what point did the Oilers have more than a 2-point lead or 3-point lead on Vegas? 19 never ever fucking happened. Vegas had a 12-point lead on the Oilers and blew it. I don't know what league you're looking at, my friend.
Carlson had it deflected away by Victor Arvidsson.
I'm just saying, I'm okay with being factually wrong. But if you're going to make a bold claim like that, you better be factually right. He is. He's just showing frustration, and I get it. I get their frustrations. Noah, This is Canadian hockey fan frustrations. This is Canadian hockey fan frustrations to amplified. And I get all of it. I understand everybody's frustration with this team. This team wants to be a cup contender. This team, on paper, should be the number one team in the Pacific Division running away. But these games aren't won on paper. The goaltending has let them down significantly. The defense has let them down tremendously. The penalty kill was bad. The power play was atrocious. You mix all that together for a stretch of 7 games, and you got shit on a shingle. It's all right, Bunny. There really wasn't. The Oilers didn't show up. One team showed up. The other team decided, hey, don't be sorry, man. That kid's got it right. Let's have a frickin' nap. One team showed up. The other team didn't. So can we put to rest that Picard starts back-to-back games from now on? Love the guy to death, but can we put all that BS to bed? 6-2 final. Ducks win. Ducks win. Guess what, Oilers? You lose. Absolutely nothing to be happy about if you're an Oilers fan. You got outscored 6-0, 5-on-5. Just 5-on-5. They couldn't get diddly done 5-on-5. So I'm going to go look at that goal. I don't know if it was the Killorn goal. Yeah, that's the goal. Klingberg was back where he should have been. Okay. Kulak. Oh, it was Kulak that was back, not. So, yeah, I guess it was McDavid looking at Klingberg asking what the fuck. Okay. Well, to be fair, Klingberg's being held in the corner with no puck there, to be fair. To be fair. Anyways, not the point. Doesn't matter. Oilers lose 6-2. Shots were too many to not enough for the Oilers, apparently. 35-26. Face-offs, Oilers dominated. Power play, Oilers were 2 for 2. Anaheim was 0 for 2. Hits 28-21 for the Oilers. Block shots 14-11 for Anaheim. Giveaways 14-9 for Anaheim. Takeaways 7-4 for the Oilers. All things considered, all things said and done, all things written down in fucking silk. The Oilers should have won this game. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. More and more every day. By all metrics and all stats abilities, the Oilers should have won this game. But why didn't they? Goaltending. I don't want to hear it anymore, guys. I don't want to hear that Picard is the number one, should be the number one. I don't want to hear it on social media anymore. You checked what? Yeah, the Oilers were never points ahead. Vegas had the huge lead on the Oilers. But let's check out the out-of-town scoreboard because, hey, I'm interested in investing in what's going on around the NHL. Aren't you? But no, now you're moving the goalposts. Now you're moving the goalpost, kid. Like, dude, you can't move the goalposts. You can't say, we had a 10-point lead on Vegas, and then. No, you can't move the goalposts. That's like saying I'm the Toronto Maple Leafs and I had a 15-point lead on Ottawa and Ottawa caught us. Or I was Washington and I had a 30-point lead on Detroit and Detroit passed us. You can't move the goalposts. But that's typical Oiler bullshit. Move the goalpost. Oh, well, it's Skinner's fault. Skinner's not in net. Move the goalpost. Oh, well, if we had this, we'd be winning. Move the goalposts. Stop moving the goalposts. The Oilers had a huge lead on LA. LA went on a heater of like a 9 game point streak. Oilers didn't. It happens. It's okay. It happens. Life goes on. It's just we can't be mad at the Oilers every time they lose a game. It's not good for your health. Anyways, the rest of the league showed up apparently. There was more than one game on tonight. We're not the center of the universe. There was 10 games on tonight. The Nashville Predators beat the Bruins 6-3. The Sharks beat the Sabres 6-2. The Hurricanes beat the Red Wings 2-1. The Lightning beat the Blue Jackets 6-2. The Flames beat the Flyers 6-3. The Islanders beat the Jets 3-2. The Stars beat the Devils 4-3. The Avalanche beat the Penguins 4-1. The Ducks beat the Oilers 6-2. Game still going on. Wild 4, Kraken 2. That game is late in the second period. Like I said, Oilers made a trade today. It'll benefit the team long term. For this year, at the very least. Now, do I love the trade? Absolutely. Do I like how the players played today? Absolutely not. Things need to change, and they need to change quickly. Tomorrow, there's 5 games on the schedule. The Capitals are in New York to take on the Rangers. The Senators are in Chicago to take on the Blackhawks. The Maple Queefs are in Vegas to take on the Golden Queens. So we got the Queefs and Queens. And we got the Ducks in Vancouver tomorrow. Blues are in LA for one time and one time only. I want the Blues to win. And then on Thursday, with 9 games on the schedule, including the Edmonton Oilers taking on the Montreal Canadiens. That game is a 7 o'clock start. I hope to see you guys there. My name is Matt for Oilers Fan Reaction. Enjoy a night. Don't let these games get you up. Don't let these games get you down. We'll see you guys Thursday. Doses.